So, the Nikon Z8 has this crazy feature called motion detection capture. Yeah, we don't get that. We get nothing like that. But I may have figured out the next best thing on a Pentax camera. There are some specifics though in order for this to work. Yes, it is based on catch in focus. So with catch in focus, basically what you're going to do is use a wired remote. Now it has to be a wired remote that has half press focus and full press shutter activation. It will not work unless it's that style of plug-in remote. Turn off motion tracking here. Too many hand gestures. Okay, so the reason why it has to be that type of wired remote is that it mimics the exact functionality of the shutter button on the camera itself. So you are activating manual on a lens that has manual or autofocus. You're putting the lens in manual, you're leaving the camera on autofocus, you push the shutter all the way down, and you can set your focus depth for the trap, and as soon as something comes across, it'll automatically get captured and then it'll continue to move. So it may not be as sophisticated as what the focus trap system is with the motion capture on the Nikon Z8. However, instead of you putting in a bunch of parameters such as, what direction is it traveling in? Is it going left? Is it going right? Right? Instead of you having to put in how big is the subject. What if you don't know any of that stuff? You just want to go out there and capture something. Well, you can lay back with your shutter release remote wired trigger and just chill out. You can drink a beer while you got your hand on the shutter, keeping things clear, and then as soon as something happens to catch that triggered area, automatically gets captured. So let's play around with it, see what we get. Okay, so a couple of things to go over very quickly. I'm using a third-party wired remote. I'm not using the official Pentax one. However, this is styled to be the exact same as the official Pentax wired release or wired trigger release. The first thing that you want to make sure of is you get one that has the correct plug. 2.5 millimeter size, and it's a 3-prong. So 1, 2, 3. Not a 4-prong. 4-prong looks like this. It's got 4 prongs on it, and this one is 3. So hopefully you can see the difference there. This one is not what you want. You want a 3-prong like this. Okay? Show the difference again. So no, yes. And remember, 2.5 millimeter. And you want to make sure that it has a autofocus and full press shutter release. So listen. That's autofocus. Hear the click. And full release. Okay? So that's what you want. And the other nice thing about this is it also incorporates the Pentax design, where it has a lockable piece. You can just slide that up. See how that's red with a smiley face? Just like Amazon. This holds the shutter down all the way. So you don't even actually have to continuously press this. You can just leave it in this mode, have it plugged into the camera, and just sit back and just let the camera capture whatever ends up in that focus range that you've preset with catch and focus. So enough talk. Let's try it out and make sure it actually works and I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to take the trigger, I'm going to push the shutter all the way and activate the lock. So I'm not touching anything at all. Nothing. Trigger's down here. Camera's up there. Not touching a thing. And I'm just going to move this cable closer to the camera. And it automatically goes ahead and captures. All right, let's try the same thing, except this time we'll try directionally. I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm shooting at f2.8, so just to make sure depth of field is good, I'm just going to move this in front of the camera from right to left. Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad. And after each shot, if you do have the remote locked, you will have to unlock it because the camera thinks you're just holding the shutter button down. So as you can see, the screen is off. If I release this, the screen comes back on and you're in image review. Let's just take a look at this. Not bad. Not bad. Don't even have to use the shutter button up there. Just hit that. Let's try that one more time. Try one more time. Let's try a bigger object. I don't know. Let's try this. That should work. Okay, that's about that far away. Try one more time. Yeah, tad bit late. If you shoot on a wider angle, then should work out. Just to give yourself a bit of latitude. For example, let's zoom out. Try that again. I want to make sure you see I'm not touching the camera at all. I'm just looking through the viewfinder. Try one more time. So it's a bit further out. All right. So as you can see, full automatic capture. So you've seen it yourself, fully hands-free automatic capturing on a Pentax camera. Yeah, they ain't that old. Obviously it's not as advanced as the one on the Nikon, but it can still get the job done. Once the wildlife comes back, we're expecting another monster dump of snow tomorrow. So yeah, once that's all settled and it's safe to go out without risking smashing the camera on something, I'm going to try this out, see if I can capture any birds in flight and stuff like that. It'll be an interesting test. Stay tuned for that one. But for now, make sure you get yourself a wired trigger that has separated half press autofocus and full press shutter triggering with a locking mechanism, so you can just hands-free and away you go. The camera does it all for you. And that's going to be it for this video. If you like the video, leave a like. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Always helps out. All the other preamble stuff at the end that I usually say, I'm going to skip that this time. Y'all know what to do. Read the description. That's it. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out.